Man's destruction of nature began when the first caveman cut down his tree to build a hut. Though until the 18th century, people only consumed what was needed and produced to a certain confirmed number of people. The destruction of our environment began to increase during the Industrial Revolution. During this time, man started to mass-produce products using machines that polluted the air. While this happened, air, water, and plant life declined and caused a lot of disease in cities with factories. While the air was getting polluted by factories, many trees were cut down too, polluting the air even more. This gradually got worse until the end of the 20th century. By this time, people began to realize the impact all the pollution was causing on the environment. Since then, big companies have cut back on waste and people have begun to recycle more and pollute less. Governments have introduced programs to help preserve the environment, such as carbon points. The growing population of humans contributes to the destruction of the environment, as the amount of pollution produced grows with every person born. Farming destroys the environment as well, by the use of pesticides and fertilizers, which contaminates plants and wildlife. Then the greenhouse gases produced by factories and cars pollute the air, trapping the sun's rays inside the atmosphere. Finally, the amount of trees getting cut down around the world is harming the environment to the extent of permanent damage. Many third world countries live in areas with a high level of pollution. This is because majority of the people who live in these countries need the money to support their families, so they're willing to do nearly anything to their homes to do so. Cities also have high levels of pollution, mainly because of the density of the people inside the area. Forests and jungles also are at risk because of the amount of trees getting cut down. Many things are currently being done to reduce the damage people are doing to the environment. This includes the introduction of blue recycling bins, carbon points, and a general cutback on waste. Carbon points are a point system used in many businesses to cut down on their carbon emissions. It works by giving them a certain amount of carbon points. They lose these points every time they use carbon. If they go over the amount, they have to buy some from other companies. By doing this, companies will start cutting back on their carbon emissions, and in turn, help the environment.